Hey, everybody, welcome back to the channel. So excited to be here. We have another position breakdown. We're going to continue with another article from Pride of Detroit. They're doing a great job. And we're going to be looking at the combine standouts at the safety position. And Chris, this got weird for me. I think the safety was almost like a lost thing. They were one of the last position groups to take the field in the combine. And I'm sitting here like, oh, combine's over, wondering what Kyle Hamilton did. And then I read this article and I'm just like, dang, this is not great. What are your takeaways when you read what Kyle Hamilton did in the combine?
Yeah, we all focus on the 40, and I get that. That's the fun one. That's the one that's kind of they put
The
it
one
in
that's
here.
fun to watch.
Yeah, it's kind of made for TV more than three cone or something like that. So yeah, that gets all the talk. I really wanted him to just be this superhuman, something we've never seen at safety to really justify if we went that way. So the 4.5940 is it's just a little too slow. It's like unfortunate because I was really hoping, because I wanted him. We've made that clear. We're okay with him, but now I am like, man, it probably doesn't make sense at 2.
I don't think it makes sense at 2. And I love when I'm reading this. It says he ran 4.59 40-yard dash, average time, but still solid for a safety his size, coupled with average agility scores, and people started downgrading him. Yes, we started downgrading him. And he was like, no need to panic and stuff. And look, I get it. It's not everything. The 40 definitely isn't everything. And you need to look at all the measurements. But when you're average in most places at a safety position, I can't take you at number 2.
No. And
I can't do it. You have to be an absolute freak. And I feel like these women are talking to me as you flipped over to this one.
Right.
But
so let's look at
I feel like you have to be an absolute freak. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. So then I look at this and I look at the guys that are in the mix with our picks at 32 and 34. And I look at guys like Lewis Cine, whatever, Dax Hill, Nick Cross just went nuts at the combine. And all of a sudden I think to myself, did they pass Kyle Hamilton? Absolutely not. No, they did not. But man, it feels like I'd be much happier taking one of those guys at 32 or 34 than Kyle Hamilton at 2.
Yeah. And I mean, you give me Smoke Monday down here. I mean, in the 7th round, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm just like, what? So no, Craig, to your point,
the all name team.
Yeah, that's awesome. Smoke. I would, right. You'd feel better just overall draft strategy, everything, if you take Dax Hill 32, 34, or you take Lewis Cine, Nick Cross in the 3rd round. You just feel like
he's still there. Good. Now they're saying he's moved himself probably into the 2nd round. But like, yes, I am more comfortable. I'm more comfortable going there. I really am. And I don't even think it stops there. I think Jalen Petre is still there and available. And I don't think he did himself any favors with his slow start and not even running the 40. And he doesn't look that fast on tape. He really doesn't. So like, I think it's little things like that. I think also you look at like Tyson Anderson out of Toledo, a guy that was at the Senior Bowl, and they talked about how he might be good at lining up with tight ends with his size at 6'2", 209.
Oh my gosh, 4.36.
And you can run a 4.36. Like, I'm sorry, like you sit here and say that a 4.59 for like isn't bad for Hamilton because of his size at 6'4", 220, but then you have another guy at 6'2", 210, and he's running a sub 4.4.
Yeah, and that's the slowest safety. That was the slowest safety. And so
he was almost a 1/10 of a second slower than Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Like, just to put it in there, and if he's your guy that's supposed to be like covering, like free safety back there, like making plays from 30, 40 yards, like you got to factor it.
And so you and I are both saying the same thing is basically, I just don't like him at 2 anymore. And instead I do like Thibodeau. I mean, the guy did what, again, we can talk about that, but I am good with Thibodeau and not so much Hamilton anymore. Yeah. Just because that's slow, man. And I don't, we just talked about
Can't
it.
get over it.
Tease Tabor, like, obviously the two different
Thank
players,
you.
but when you're slow, you are slower, that just, you are.
You're just slower. And I understand Tease played corner, so it might have hurt him even more.
Even
And
more.
it did. But what did he run? He ran like a 4.57 or a 4.63 or somewhere in that ballpark. It's the same thing. And I think that was Quinn's the first year, second round pick. And it just busted because guess what? He looked slow on the field too.
Huge.
So it was just one of those things where it's a struggle. And I understand that you don't need speed, but if you want a guaranteed playmaker, speed is kind of a requirement. Not always. I get it. You can make the argument, you can go throw in other guys, but still, even great safeties in this league that probably run a 4.6, they're not worth a number 2 pick.
No, and that's right. You're right.
Have we talked about that at all?
Well, that's a prerequisite, like you said. If you're gonna make plays, D end, wide receiver, safety, linebacker. Although you never like, man, he's so good. He's so slow. I love how good he is and slow he is. It's like he's so fast.
That's a thing of the past.
Yeah, it's like, 1982. You wanted just a big guy that was just gonna clog up the middle. Okay, Lewis Cine. That's what we were just saying. This guy is jumping up and ran super fast. He's one that we just kind of had our eye on doing our mock drafts in like the 3rd round. It's like, hey, Georgia fast. I can trust Georgia. I know he was good, but man, you look at the numbers now. It's like these are real numbers, combine numbers, and it looks good. What are your thoughts on him?
My thoughts are he's not going to be available. Like I think he might have tested so well because he played well. We knew he played well, and I think he's now testing so well in his ability to get up in the run game, and just the fact that he was killing interviews. I mean, like all of this is reported, right? Yeah. But he's killing interviews and stuff. And I'm just wondering at 32, is he even available? I don't know if he is.
Well, it's so crazy because a week ago, I swear it looked like, man, we are going to have so many options, 32, 34. Now I almost feel like we're in no man's land. I feel like and this isn't true. It's just more of a psychological thing where you see guys that we thought were in that window jumping up. Obviously, not everybody can be taken. So we're going to have somebody, but it's like, man, Lewis, every wide receiver is going in the top 10. Oh, shoot. Every good linebacker, like the top 2, 3 linebackers, they're gone. DNs are gone. It's like, what's going to happen? But you're right. He's not going to be there. I don't think. I don't know, man.
But we're in the draft season right now where you have 50 people that are saying our first round talent. Like you have there are 50 or 60 people that have been mentioned in the first round. So I don't know who's going to fall to us, but the reality is there are going to be some very good players available at 32 and 34. People will fall. It's just a question of who are they going to be, because not all 50 of these guys are going to go in the first round. There's still only 32 picks, and we get 2 of them.
And so we're in that season. You're exactly right. And then we go into post draft season of every guy was a steal. Like every guy was supposed to go earlier. And I'm sure we'll be saying that too, but that's the season we'll be in. Right
every guy's a steal or a reach. Nobody's picked at the right spot.
Yeah. No one's like, hey, good, solid pick. Good, solid pick. All right. Last couple notes here. Our guy Dax Hill, just because Michigan, we've kind of watched him. He was the best recruit Michigan's had since Jabril Peppers, and then Peppers. I mean, we hadn't had a good recruit for a long time. So Dax Hill was like, oh, we're back, 5-star. He was almost quiet at Michigan when I think about that, but I also think it was COVID. It was weird, and he did some things last year, but he surprised me honestly at all the pub that he's gotten and all the like Dax Hill. Well, then he comes out and does what he has to do. And it's like, all right, this guy, I get it. It's good.
Yeah. And I think the difference between Dax Hill and Peppers, not to just make you made that Michigan connection. I think Dax Hill is just more of a fluid athlete. I mean, Jabril Peppers was an explosive, muscular athlete that you just kind of wowed by the physicality that he played with and his willingness just to kind of throw his body around. Where I think Dax Hill is more of that true hybrid safety corner. Like I think he's the safety, and Michigan did it with him all the time. They brought him up into the nickel. They would bring him even outside and let him play outside corner. So I think he's very versatile, and they brought him into the box a lot as well. So it's just when you see a guy moved all over the field, especially this last year in a pro defensive system, you feel a little more comfortable and you have more film on what his strengths and weaknesses are rather than a guy who's pigeonholed into one role.
That's a great point, because think of trying to evaluate him in Don Brown's defense, where he's
doing the same thing.
This is a pro defense. We got to see him navigate that. He was up in the box a lot. So
you got to see him blitz. You got to see him zone. You got to see him in man. You got to see him cover the nickel. In that nickel outside. Like, he did everything. And that's because he was the best athlete on the field.
Yep. For sure. So I'm out on safety at 2, and then I also don't think we're going to get elite one. We either sign or Daxton Hill at 32, 34. So a good safety could still be available there, but
I think so.
Out at number 2.
I would expect both those guys to be day one starters.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. We'll get a good safety.
Get a good safety
for sure.
So all right, so that's it. You feel good?
I'm good.
All right. I feel good too. As you can tell, we really planned how to end this. Hey, if you love the channel, I'll do it. If you like the channel and you want to hit that subscribe button, we would really appreciate it. It'll just send you notifications when our videos are coming out. And we're trying to come out with videos almost daily, every other day. And hey, we love the Lions. We love the Pistons. If you want, and you love them too, check out our content, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you.